Hi, welcome back to Creations from the Heart. My name is Melissa. If you are returning, thank you so much for your support. If you are brand new to our channel, please hit that like button and subscribe. Today, what we're going to be making is a gingerbread swag. So some of the supplies you're going to need is, of course, a little gingerbread person. And you're going to need 2 of the Dollar Tree Christmas trees. And come in a box like this. I decided to choose white because I'm going with the little girl, and I think I'm going to go with more of a pastel theme. So what you're going to do is you're going to straighten those 2 out. Let me get you a sample of this. Go ahead and pull out my green ones. So these are what the trees look like. And what you're going to do is you're just going to flatten them all out. Okay? You're going to make a flat back here. So you're going to push everything forward. And then you can fluff everything upwards over here. Okay? So you're going to do that to both of them. You don't need those little stands or this little plastic part down there. The next thing you're going to want to do is connect them together. I'm just kind of quickly doing this for you real quick. All right. So I like to have as little gap in there as possible. So I put mine together right here in the center. Hold on. You have a little bit of the bar right here, but you're not going to see that when you have your gingerbread in the middle. You can make it go up further if you like. It just becomes a little bit more difficult to zip tie them together. But you're going to put a zip tie right here in the center. And then you're going to come up to where this top one is. And you're going to zip tie that together there. And then the other one you're going to zip tie on the back side right there. Okay? Once you have them all zip tied together and have it all fluffed out, it's going to look like this. So some of my branches have smushed down because I was practicing with my gingerbread guy on where I wanted to put him. But you just kind of fluff it out however you like it. And I'm going to have my gingerbread guy. I want to make sure I got my even branches here that I can move around. Or my gingerbread gal, as it may be. Okay. She's going to go right here in the center. Okay. All right. Okay, silly me, I didn't go over the rest of the supplies just yet. So I'm going to put this off to the side. We're going to work with that in a little while. The other supplies you're going to need is 2 colors of mesh. I chose this beige mesh and this pink mesh. Then you're going to want the supplies that you're going to decorate it with. Some of the things that I have chosen. I may or may not use this sparkle silver, but I have this sparkle silver leaves. I got 2 of these lollipops. I had those lollipops were from Hobby Lobby. These ornaments I got from the Dollar Tree. I got some peppermints and some gumdrops from Hobby Lobby. And then I have a couple of these picks. I got 2 of these picks. And then I got 2 of these picks. One of them is pink and one of them is green. They didn't have 2 pinks, so I just figured, hey, this macaroon has got a green macaroon in there. I'll just throw a little touch of green in there too. So that's all the supplies that I'm going to be working with today. The first thing you're going to want to do is cut your mesh to 10 inches. I like to use a wood burning tool and a plexiglass to cut with because it helps seal those edges so that you get less fraying. So I've already cut the majority of mine, but I've got 4 more of my pink to cut because I wanted to show you what I do. Okay, so I like to use my scissors to hold the end down over here. And I'm going to start over here. Measure out 10 inches. I'm going to take my tool and I'm going to cut straight down the line. Now when I'm cutting down the line, I don't know if you can see these or not, how well you can see them. But you see how you've got your lines, your threads right here, and then your open space. You want to cut along the open space, not along the thread line. Okay? So that's one. Two. Try 10 inches again. 3. And our last one. And I'm just kind of guesstimating right now how many I think I'm going to want to put in this swag. I may decide to cut up more later, but I thought 10 was a nice number to get started with. All right, so I've got my 10 cut. I'm just going to put this off to the side. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and move my glass and my mat off to the side. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my mesh into the swag. And I'm going to use the branches. I'm just going to cross the branches over it for it to hold in place. Okay, so I'm going to start with the pink one, and I'm just going to use the curl method. So I'm just going to roll it all the way down. And then you have a nice curl that looks like that. And you just find what spot you'd like to put that in. And just cross these branches. I cross it one time. That's all you really need in there. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is place all my pink, and then I'll come back and place the beige. I think that might give me a better idea of how many that I actually want to go in here. I'm thinking about it. Kind of thinking, well, maybe I might want to go ahead and plug some beige ones in there. And I'm actually going to stand up because I can see better looking down on the project. So you're just going to see my belly. Sorry about that. I'm going to throw one up here at the top. So don't mind me, I'm just a little scatterbrained today. So I might be doing a little bit going back and forth explaining things. And I've got one left. I think that was actually the perfect amount, 10 of each. Comes out pretty good. Let me see where I might need some more pink broke up over here a little bit maybe. Okay. Now let me get that ribbon. So some of the ribbons that I have chosen is this pink polka dotted ribbon. And there's this sheer blue with a bunch of little sequins on it. And a candy stripe. I think I had another, let's see, these are all the same size. And I wanted to put some of the gingerbread. So those are the ones that we're going to be using. We're going to be using them in 9 inches. We're going to make 9 inches of each of them. I think I'm just going to do maybe 4 of each one. So how I do my ribbon is I have these cutout cardboards that I have measured to the inches on here. So this is my number 9. So what I'm going to do, I'll start with the gingerbread since it's already open. Start it up here. So I get down to the end, that's already 1. Wrap it around, that's 2, 3, and 4. So now I have 4 of those. Cut that off. Okay. And then I just take it off the board. Cut straight across the top. And then cut straight across the bottom. Okay. The next thing you're going to want to do is dovetail them. And I usually do those 2 at a time. So you're going to fold them in half, and then long ways, and then you're going to fold them in half sideways. Then you're going to cut from the seam downwards to the edge. And then you have a nice little tail. Okay, now let's go to the next one. This pretty pink. Alright, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to start it off. That's 1, 2, 3, and one more time. It's going to be 4. Whoops. Cardboard, cut across the top, and cut across the bottom. And then we'll do our tails. Okay. And our pretty little stripe. Two, three, and four. Oops. Told you I can never be quiet in my house. That was dinner in the crock pot. I wish my crock pot had a lid on it that's sealed, because this one does not. So when all that pressure starts getting in there, it just starts moving the top and it's all kinds of noisy. All right, and then the last ribbon. I can find the plastic. There we go. One, two, three, and four. Alrighty, so now all of our ribbon has been cut, and we're going to start placing our ribbons in the wreath as well. So I think I'll just start with a little gingerbread. Bring this back over here so you can see. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it halfway, pinch it right here in the middle, have it go downwards like that. And then I'm going to find one of my places where I want it. I'm just going to cross my branches just like I did with the, see? We've got 2 on that side, so I'm going to turn her over. Let's see if I've got another branch that's hiding from me in here. Trying to rearrange things just a bit. Okay. This one, and I think this one, but I might be having a lot of this ribbon too close together maybe. I don't know, we'll take a look and see at the end if I think I got too much ribbon and need to remove a few things or not. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is go ahead and mount that gingerbread. So to do that, you need some floral wire. There's one. My floor wire has kind of gotten all kind of tangled up here. There's 2. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in 2 places. I'm going to do it right here at the neck. I'm just going to insert it right there at the neck, poke a hole, and weave it through the other side. You have to really push if you're if you don't have thick gauge wire. This one's a little on the thin side, so I have to really maneuver it. Yeah. Try maybe grabbing a smaller piece here. There we go. All right, so there's one. And then the second place I want to attach it to is up here at the upper head, because I want to make sure that that head is not leaning over and it's secure. I have done another one of these in which that's what the head kept doing, so I had to come back and secure the head. So I'm just gonna jump ahead of that. And here we go. Get in there. It's through. It just doesn't want to let me grasp it to pull it all the way through. There we go. All right. Looks like there's might be a little knot inside my wire. Let's see if we can make that work. Okay, so I'm gonna figure out where in here, which I had already worked everything around this. So I'm just gonna push these wires off to the side. Okay. Flip it over. I'm still holding on to her because I don't know where the wires are. There's the headpiece over here. And then a little piece here. So I'm just going to twist these pieces together. See where she's at. Okay. The body ones through here. Right here. Okay, and flip it back over, make sure she's where I want her. And I'm just kind of adjusting the branches around her. Okay, you know what? I'm going to cut this little tag off. There we go. Now, probably, in hindsight, now that I'm looking at it, before I put all the ribbon and put that into place, I should have done my toppers. Because now, we're going to have to figure out how to get these nestled inside. So I'm pushing it down right there. And I have a hold of it here. Give me just a second. You will need some of these zip ties as well. We're going to go ahead and zip tie this down in the back. As soon as we get it exactly where we want it. I think that's a good spot. And I'm just going to thread this through, make sure I've got it around the stick. Yep. And see, that's all good. And then we're going to take the other one. And we're going to come up the bottom. So on the stick. There we go. I wonder. Let's see if I can. Okay, it's a hard stick, so it's not something that's easy to be cut through. All right, I'm just gonna cut those off. And then some of these. I think maybe right there. Okay, so what I did with this one, to secure that one in there, where we fastened the two trees together down here, I just slid it straight in between the two and it's nice and secure. Okay, so let's see Now we're going to do the pink one. The same thing over here, but it's not tight like the other one. But what I can do, like that. Okay, maybe give it a little bit more room. There we go. I can just do another zip tie. And that's not going anywhere. Just kind of spread these out. Okay. And then we got the lollipops. Yeah, lollipops are kind of heavy. A lot heavier than I thought they would be. I think. Because their sticks aren't as long, so it's harder to say that we're just going to pop it in the same way, because if you do, then it's going to be buried. I need to somehow make it I thought earlier maybe I would use the branches, but I think the branches are not good enough for that support. Let me see. There we go. So I did manage to tie those into 2 branches, and it's, as long as you don't pull and yank on it too hard. Let me see, this one I think I need to adjust a little bit more. just plug this back in here. All right. Well, now it doesn't seem to want to. I think what I'm going to do is use some hot glue. And just hot glue right where those branches are. I'll just let that dry for a few minutes and then I'll see. Then I was thinking popping some of these in here. I don't know if I'm getting too busy now, y'all. Sometimes I get carried away. I think that might be good for those. Yeah, I think those might make it just a little bit too busy, but let's see. I don't think I'm going to need a bow. I think with all the little ribbons in here, that's enough, so we're not going to need that. But let me see if I can pop in a few of these gumdrops. Okay, those lollipops are secured in there now with that glue. Those ain't going nowhere. All right, so let's just go ahead and hot glue some of these ornaments in place here. Alrighty. I think I have pretty much finished this swag. And here it is right here. And I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll go hang it on my door. Okay, and here is the final project. All completed. If you liked what you see here today, please hit that like button and that subscribe button. And until next time, have a great day.